So hello everyone. We are the group two, and we will be discussing and presenting the menu knowledge. Next slide, please. And for today's discussion under menu knowledge, we have menu, special guest or request, types of food and beverage, service sequence, room service, specialized forms of service. And the first topic that we will be discussing is the menu.
So, good day everyone. I will be the one who will be discuss the topic menu. So, first, what comes to your head when you hear the word menu?
Food.
Okay, food. So, a menu is a presentation of food and beverage offering with price list which is available in restaurants. And the word menu derives from Latin minutus. The word was invented by French chef Escoffier. It was first used in the early 19th century. So kung moadto mo restaurant, you will be given a menu. Kanang menu ang sud ana kay ang mga products or mga drinks nga available sa usa ka restaurants nga inyong giadtuan. And for example, moadto mo og Shakey's, there will be the one na ay kanang musugat ninyo or muduol ninyo kung makalingkod na mo sa inyong table nga muhatag og menu. And then ang naa didto ang sud sa menu kay ang mga products nga mga baligya nila, mga pizza, kung unsay available nga pizza nga nasa lang restaurants ug ang presyo sa mga products nga ilahang gibaligya. And makita nato sa right side na ay kanang picture dira mo na siya example sa menu. Makita dira ang sandwiches part which is so jud na siya sa menu kay mo na siya available sa usa ka restaurants. And the upper na ay 10% to 30%. So makita sa nato sa menu kung unsa nga mga products ang naay discounts nila. So that's all. So next slide please.
Types of menu. First is a la carte, which means a choice of individually priced dishes for each course. Second is du jour, change daily depending on what available or what the chef prepared. Then next is cycle menu. A cycle menu is a series of menus that is repeated over a specific period of time. Next is prix fix menu, which is a multi-course meal available for a fixed price. Then next is table d'hôte, which means a menu is where multi-course meals with only few choices are charged at the fixed total price. Then, beverage menu, which is any menu or section of a menu that sells alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. Next is dessert menu, a list of desserts that are available. Next one and the last is wine captain's books. It Another name for a wine menu list of captain's books, meaning books that are perfectly suited to hold expensive beverages laced sometimes with lengthy product of descriptions. Next, please.
And next is special guest or request. This is the anticipating guest needs and assisting guests on fulfilling their special needs are the prime jobs of a hotelier. So here are the list of special guests. For elderly guests, we have to escort the guest to help him or her to be seated. For infant or young children, we have to keep sharp and hot items out of children's reach and arrange high chairs or baby chairs beforehand. And for disabled guests, we have to treat them with special care and attention and deal with soft and clear tone. For the guests who are non-native guests, we have to communicate with them with common language to understand them better and to adjust them properly. For single guests, we have to offer them newspapers or magazines to keep them occupied or entertained. And for health and for guests with health issues, we have to check to ensure the food is prepared according to requirement before serving to the guest.
So special request. At the at the time of reservation, guests may take special requests to make their stay more comfortable. There are common requests of the guests like pillows, um, bedboards, bathrobes, and many more. Here are the steps to handle special requests. First, listen to get the facts. B, probe into the needs of the guest by asking questions to clarify his request. Third, explain what you can do or offer an alternative. Fourth, confirm with the guest that is satisfactory. Fifth, use possible positive words like certainly I will be happy and glad to serve you. Six, take, take personal responsibility to do it. Number seven, follow up. Number eight, give information to the guest. 8.1, give direction to the guest when asked. Number 8.2, be sure that you're given the correct ano, special request. This this steps is very useful for for handling correctly the request of the guest. Next reporter, please.
So next, the types of food and beverages. So what is food and beverages service? The food and beverage service is a process of preparing, presenting, and serving food and beverage to customers. Food can include a wide range of styles and cuisine types. This can be classified by country. Beverages includes all alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. Alcoholic beverages include wines and all other types of alcoholic drinks, such as cocktails, beer, ciders, spirits, and liquors. So there are different types of food and beverage service. So take note of this that food and beverage service can classified into the following groups. First, the waiter service. Second one is self-service, and third one is assisted service. So waiter service type of food and beverage service method. Food and beverages are served to guests by waiters at the guest place. Waiter service is further classified into the following service types. First, English service. It is also known as a silver service. In the English service method, dishes are presented and transferred to the guest in plate using a service spoon and fork. From the left-hand side of the glass, while beverages are served from the right hand. Second one is American service. In this service style, pre-plated food is placed to customers from the right-hand side. Third, French service, which is also called family service. In French, this service is found in family pensions and banquets. Fourth one is a Russian service. In this Russian style of service, large points, fish, and so on that have elaborate garnish are neatly arranged in the platters. Number five, Rishdiane service is one of the methods of serving food. It is also known as a trolley service or cart service. And the last one is freight service. In this form of food and beverage service, in the hotel, dishes ordered by guests are neatly portioned and are arranged on a tray with necessary culinary. So next one is self-service. Jerry?
Okay, so the second type of food and beverages is the self-service. So the main form of self-service is found in cafeterias. In this form of service, customers collect a tray from the beginning of the service counter, move along to the counter to select their meal, pay, and then collect the required cutlery for their meal together with ancillary items. Ancillary items are those add-on purchase when buying another product. So let's proceed to the third type. So the third type is the assisted service. So assisted service, the main form of assisted service is found in carvery type operations. So customers are able to obtain part through self-service from some form of display or buffet. Customers are able to help themselves with carved joints and other dishes, usually with the assistance of a carver or a server at the buffet. This form of service is also used for breakfast service. So assisted service is further classified into following types. First is the single point service. The main forms of single point service are found in the following. One is the takeaways, the second vending, and then the bars. Then the second type is the cafeteria service or counter service. A tray stand is placed at the beginning of a service counter or at the entrance to the service area so that each customer can collect a tray before proceeding along the counter. Then, the third one is the room service. So room service types vary from basic tea and making coffee facilities in the room, and possibly a mini bar, to vending machines on floors or the service of a variety of meals in rooms. The extent of service in hotel guest rooms will depend on the nature of establishments. Then the last type is the lounge service. The lounge service may include service of continental breakfast, morning coffee, luncheon snacks, afternoon tea, dinner or late evening snacks, as well as alcoholic beverages. So let's proceed to the next reporter.
So the next topic is about service sequence in restaurant. So the first is welcoming guests. Guests must be greeted with clear, a favorable tone of voice, good pronounce, appearance, and smile. Every guest must be welcomed with greeting of the day, for example, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Guiding the guests of their seats. It is the guest choice where they want to sit or where the host would like to sit. Ladies must be seated first. Lift the chair about 1 inch behind and pull it back, ensuring that there is adequate space for the guest to go between the table and chair. When the guest proceeds to sit down, move the chair slowly towards to the guest till it is comfortable for the guest and rest the chair on the floor. The chair must be not dragged. Next is serving water. As soon as the guests are seated, the waiter must pour water. Guests must be asked for their preference of water, regular, mineral, or spring water. Should be cold or room temperature as per guest's requirement. Should be carried with waiter's cloths neatly folded to ensure that the condensed water does not drip on the table. Next, menu presentation, order taking, and repeat the order. Presenting a menu card, present individual menu cards to the guest. Give 5 to 7 minutes to the guest to go through the menu. And then check the guest if they are ready to place the order by inquiring, "May I take your order, sir, ma'am?" Or are you ready to place your order, ma'am, sir? Assist the guest in choosing the best dish on offer. Use suggestive selling or upscaling techniques. Take down the order systematically on kitchen order ticket after taking the order. Repeat the order to confirm if it is correct. Take menu card back from the guest and put it back in place. Inform the guest of the approximate time it would take to serve the food. Then next, ikaw na, GU.
So, in addition to what the first reporter said, now I'm going to discuss with regards to the placing or the other stages in service sequence. So, first is the placing order. So, with regards with the placing order, we employees or service crews should should remember one word. So that is that we must let our guests to choose their preferred meal or their preferred style of meal. So in that way, we can satisfy our guests or our customers. The next one is serving the food and beverage order. So serving the food and beverage orders, an employee or the service crew must be in a very polite attitude. So first, in serving the food and beverage orders, you should say, for example, excuse me, like that, and then um, now, now please that please you should note or you should know that if the food that you're going to serve is appealing to the eyes of the customer, and the next one is clearing, and in addition to the service serving and the food and beverages, so after you serve the food, you should tell the customer that um, example, enjoy your meals like that, and then is there anything that I can assist you like water like that. Then the next one is clearing and crumbling. So clearing and crumbling no, this is not crumbling, this is crumbing. So clearing and crumbing is a stage in service. This is going to happen after the customer or the guest finish eating their preferred meal or order. So in clearing and crumbing, anything that has been left in the table after the customer or guest finish eating should be removed. So any crumbs should be removed in the table. And then it is and then the next one is the dessert order. So in the dessert order, this is also happens after the customer or the guest finished eating. So the service crew will offer them a drinks or any types of dessert that they're preferred to eat or to take after they eat their preferred meal. And then the next one is presenting the bill. So in presenting the bill, also the service crew should be very very polite. Like she or he should not present the bill if the customer didn't ask to. So the service crew should present the bill the while it is necessary or while when the customer needs to. Then the last one is the thank the guest. So this part is the farewell part in the service sequence. So it is the time when we are going to say thank you to the guest, and it is the time that we are that the guest is finished already. So the bills, presenting the bills, all the service sequence ends here. So that's all. Let's proceed to the next reporter.
Okay, so room service. So room service is a personalized service offered by medium or large hotels and resorts, which provide their guests a unique opportunity to order and enjoy food and beverage in their rooms, which ensures privacy, convenience, and great dining experience. So they also serve food conveniently to the respective guest rooms by just calling the room service department and placing orders for food and drinks to be sent to the rooms. So why I mean room service. So the guests can enjoy their meals privately if they don't want to socialize in the restaurant, and also they can order anytime even at odd hours, and also it saves time when they are busy with their work or something that they're doing. So next, Miss Rish will go into explain the procedure of room service.
So, there are 9 procedures in taking a room service order. Number 1, the room service order taker answers the calls to the room service. Second, the telephone must be answered quickly. Third, greet the guest and introduce the department. 4, write the order in an order docket as you speak to the guest. 5, record the room number. 6, repeat the order to the guest. 7, tell the guest approximate time of delivery. 8, enter the order in POS. 9, distribute the order to the appropriate personnel both in room service department and other departments if necessary. That's all.
So the specialized form of service is a special service which a form of service which specializes on serving customers. So as I go on my research, I have found these 4 special service which is the trolley service, tray service, room service, and the last one is the home delivery service. So let's go on to the next slide, please. First service is the tray service, which is used in hospitals or catering, where meals are served on a tray to customers. This tray service is used when serving foods on customers, and you can see this in a fast food restaurants. You can also see this in Jollibee, hotels, Mang Inasal, and etc. Also, the trolley service is a second service which food and beverage are on trolley that is brought around for customer to choose their provision used in offices most often. So as an additional, they use trolley to serve food to customer. They use this one to when the customer order many foods because the trolley is a big trolley that you can put so many foods in there. So the third service is the home service, a popular form of organ a specialized service where food is delivered directly to the home. So the customer can order online from a hotel and a courier will deliver it in a customer's house when their food is ready to serve when it's ready to delivered. Also, the last one service is Miss Lasconia and Miss Yvone topic, which this one is a common specialized service when the customer wants to eat their food privately. And also used in hotel, the guest places his order with a room service order taker. The waiter will bring the food to the guest rooms via trolley or in the room. That's all for my topic about specialized forms of service. So this one is the references where our all topics are gathered.
So these are the reference for the topics we have discussed, and thank you for listening. That's all for group 2.